Bitcoin breaking out, altcoins setting up for the biggest alt season in history. We've got to dive into what's going on in these charts. For whatever reason, this is not live streaming to Twitter. I kept having to reset and everything. It's all good. But we got some incredible setups in the charts. We got to talk about exactly what's going on because the moment is upon us. Everything that we've been waiting on is here. And it's coming really to fruition next week. What does that mean? We've got to talk about it because with all of this happening, so many people are going to mess this up. And are we going to hit $250,000? Are we going to blast right through that up to 300, 400? Who knows? But the charts and the data is suggesting that we are in for something that we cannot even begin to prepare for. Live now here, not streaming, stream issue on Twitter. Tune it. There we go. I'm just putting it, doing a post on Twitter so people know. Boom. All right. I think we're good to go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. What a day. What a day looking at the charts. This is a 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart here on Bitcoin that is looking like a 15-minute chart. Just look at this move. Just from, 4 days ago, people were losing their minds that we might absolutely be over $89,000. We are up, look at that, almost, oh my God, over $15,000 in a matter of 4 days. 4 days, $15,000. And yet we're not yet seeing that absolute massiveness that we're really excited for, which is the others chart here, which is the altcoins breaking out and going up and away. Just a shout out really quick before we dive into this. We got that last chance link right there. We are clearly above $100,000. So lock in that deal while you can. lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Again, that is lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. You see it right there. Type in all those letters. Lab, lab.bitlab academy.com/deal. You get 15 days free on the Discord and then about 35% off. You locked in for your account for life, but then also on the next page, as soon as you sign up for Discord, then there's an opportunity to sign up for the 120 different lessons in there that are everything from on-chain to candles to patterns to charts to signals to psychology of trading to breaking down trading strategy. It's all there as well. With that bundle, you also get the trading BitLab stack trading indicators. But diving into what we want to talk about, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell, because we've got some stuff. I'm going to show you the case why 250K Bitcoin is not so far off from any sort of outrageous expectation. In fact, I think it's more likely than not. We're also going to be doing some TA on Bitcoin, on XRP, on Litecoin, on two AI coins that I threw into, threw more money in one of them yesterday, and I picked up a new one. I shared it with the Discord. I also shared it with the BitLab members here on YouTube on that page. If you are a member, just remember down here, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've joined as a member. But when you come over here, if you come into the posts area right here, or just click on membership, you will see the members only stuff that I'm sharing there, with also these morning jumpstart TA sessions that we're doing. So shout out to that. If you want to become a member, all you need to do, if you want to become, it's $1.25 a week, I believe. If you want to become a member, all you need to do on this video is scroll down right here. You need to be subscribed to the channel, and then a little button here will say join. Click join. It's about $1.25 a week. And if we get 20 member signups, even that's included with gifts given out today, we will do a double giveaway with $200 value gifts. And we will do those today. All you need to do in order to participate in that is come over to, I didn't press post. All you need to do is come over to this link right here, to this Twitter post, retweet this. That's how we will draw the winners. We will randomly pick from those that retweet and quote retweet this. So everybody, let's get some people joining in here. Let's talk about what we want to talk about today. January 20th, we have the inauguration. Again, it doesn't matter if you like Trump or not. When you look at this as an investor, this is an absolutely most bullish case thing that we could really hope to set up. We've already got BlackRock involved. We've already got Franklin Templeton involved. We've already got Fidelity involved. We got so many things happening on the financial structure of Bitcoin, but now we have a crypto-friendly administration coming in that is going to be doing executive orders. We're going to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We're going to see capital flows be a lot more willing to participate. We have fair value accounting, meaning corporations can hold Bitcoin directly on their balance sheet like they do other assets without it being a liability. We have banks being able to likely step in here if he does repeal that SAB 121, whatever it is, making banks have to list Bitcoin and digital assets as a liability rather than an asset. There's so much bullishness coming in here. We got 5 gifted memberships from Alexander G. Shout out to you. Our number one friend and family member here, number one mod in all of crypto. Thank you, Alexander G. And thank you. Welcome. We got Nick Dunn. Now you're a member. Ryan O'Ligny, both longtime members. Tex-Mex, Biomex. What's up, my friend? Nikki, me too. What's up? And Booger Weed. What's up? Well, let's talk about this. Not only do we have Bitcoin and crypto-friendly administration coming in, Mara, the Bitcoin miner Mara, embedded a portrait of President Trump in the blockchain. So now Trump is actually not only going to be a Bitcoin-friendly president, he's also printed in the blockchain. In fact, they paid 1.24 Bitcoin to get him printed in there. So this is pretty darn cool to see. This is incredibly cool to see. But what does it mean for the price today? Let me show you some damn alpha. This is so damn good for where we're at right now. And I want to caution you. There is so much bullishness in the market right now that it's primed to wash out. Yes, the market's pushing up right now, and I'm not trying to put water on your fire. In fact, let's be honest. We are so bullish. Let's hope for a washout so we can buy again before it just absolutely runs away. I do think it's prime. Now, could this continue going all the way up to that $113,000 mark that we've already had outlined on the chart? We've had it outlined on the chart since the price was over here as a target. And look at the measured move on this basically bull flag right here. Bam. The measured move out of that is right to this level. Looking at this level right here, $113,000. Are we going to cut straight up to it? Maybe. Maybe that's the move we get. Maybe because we still need a break above $100,000, which we got down here. You can see. We can see it on the price right here, $104,900. We're almost at $105,000. But what we have not gotten is a move above $100,000 and on any retrace having a defended zone above $100,000. That is our next key step. And I'm going to show you why. Even if we get a washout here before we make that move, what we're seeing in 2025 is ultimately probably the most bullish case we've ever seen. And that is coming forward to you right now. So everybody hit that like button, show some love, get engaged, roll call right here. What price do you think Bitcoin's going to be at on January 31st on the market close at 7 p.m.? Let me know what price you think it's going to be at. And let's see what you think. Let's see what the community's thinking. But here we go. This is one of the cases. As silly as you think the story was yesterday with Coinbase with the loans, it's going to be a pervasive story as more opportunities come out and different financial services providers offer opportunities like this, especially if banks can start holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Bitcoin loans will permanently change the Bitcoin cycles. Why is this so bullish? Because in the past, to enjoy gains, or if you needed capital in life, but you have it wrapped up in the market, you had to sell your Bitcoin. This creates sell pressure and creates tax obligation. In the future, AKA from this point forward, you can take out a loan against some of your Bitcoin for the capital you want to use in the real world. And now this is a zero sell pressure and there's no taxes on these loans. Most completely underestimate what this means. Well, what does this mean? I think the technical terms to describe the situation now is cooking with gas. This is the kind of gas that we want, baby. 5 gifted memberships right here. Green Day Profits, thank you so much. And this is a gas. I wonder what happens when the world's largest financial institutions decide to go on chain because being on chain becomes a national priority. This was a statement made yesterday or in the last couple of days that Bitcoin and crypto are going to be a national priority. What does that do to change the psychological and also the planning, the roadmaps, and what the goals are for financial institutions, banks, corporations, corporate strategies? We see how well MicroStrategy has done. We've seen how well Metaplanet has done in Japan. They just broke over $1 billion market cap for the first time in history. In fact, when you look at Metaplanet, let's actually look at this real quick. This will blow your mind. Metaplanet, let's see. Metaplanet, where is it at? Hold on. Metaplanet. Okay, let's go on the monthly. That's not Metaplanet. What is the hell is Metaplanet? Metaplanet Japan. There we go. Metaplanet Japan. There you go. So looking at Metaplanet, let's go 5 years. This is all without Bitcoin. No Bitcoin. Kind of steady decline. Oh, little pump. Steady decline, steady decline, steady decline. Hey, let's enter Bitcoin as a Bitcoin treasury policy, where they're basically building a Bitcoin treasury. Look at what their stock's done from here. 170 million. Or sorry, the $170 down here. Boom. 150, 108, all the way right here. All the way up now to 4,235. I mean, this is astronomical gains, and this is because they added a Bitcoin strategy. You look at MicroStrategy, Master, same thing happened with MicroStrategy. Let's look at MicroStrategy. 5 years. This was, let's see, back here was before, look, $11. This was before we do all, let's see. Yeah, this is, I mean, look at this. This is basically the dot-com bubble boom and then flat. Hey, let's take advantage. COVID happened. There's going to be mass inflation. Let's throw everything we have into Bitcoin and take debt against it. Everybody laughed off Wall Street. Look at that, $14. And now it's up here at $400. This is because of the power of Bitcoin within this ecosystem. So we're going to see this spill over into innumerable other different assets taking on a corporate strategy. So when we look at what's going on and we realize that financial institutions and corporations and nation states are about to realize this, and it was just designated a national priority, seems likely they will need a secure and reliable way to utilize various kinds of data on chain and build financial blah, blah. So this isn't just going to be Bitcoin. This is going to be Chainlink. This is going to be HBAR. This is going to be Algorand. This is going to be Cardano. The broad crypto ecosystem is about to get a boom like we've never seen. Now, does this mean it's immediate? No, but the stage is set, and I've been stacking into this stage that's about to get just lit on fire with joy and green candles. And that's also being seen by larger players. Significant inflows to Coinbase Prime, which is basically the indicative of heightened OTC, over-the-counter trading, which is where institutions are making these big multi-million and billion-dollar purchases. This is a preferred Bitcoin accumulation method for U.S. institutions. When the whales move, the market feels it. And this is what we're seeing. Look at this massive increase right here of inflows, basically money in U.S. dollars flowing in, setting up for those purchases. And we're seeing it across other data points as well. I mean, we're seeing it across, look at this. It has started. I shared this 2 days ago. Question is, are you stacked or stacking? You are missing the boat if you're not. Governments and world's top corporations are about to price you out of the best multi-generational wealth opportunity. And this is right here from Hunter Horsley. Said, we just provided some information for a nation state asking about Bitcoin ETFs, considering moving some exposure from foreign currency and government bonds into Bitcoin. It's not going to be all just new capital that is created and not just going to be money printing. It's also going to be not just with nation states, but corporations and individuals as well, taking money from one allocation, whether it be gold or treasuries or bonds or some, investment, retirement accounts, and reallocating that and getting exposure to Bitcoin. This is the new chapter. We are in the new chapter. You are here before the majority of the world, and you're going to be able to reap the rewards from that if you don't mess this up. And then we see the fuel for the fire has been lit. Global liquidity has started inching higher. Chart below is showing Bitcoin's correlation during the choppy market condition from last year. There is a noteworthy rise in liquidity since Monday. Collateral values are improving and the reverse repo market is approaching zero. Now, at the same time, the Dixie is losing momentum just after inflation data came lower than expected. We don't think Trump would favor a strong dollar as it raises costs across the board. A stronger dollar makes manufacturing in the U.S. more expensive and hurts exports. Meanwhile, China is still holding back on a major liquidity injections. Remember, they also just did some 150 billion, I think it was, dollars in reverse repo that they're basically liquidity going into the system. But they haven't done their big monstrous sort of liquidity injection, which will come. They've lost $18 trillion in their market since May of 2021. So the stage is set, gas is being poured on the fire, and people are wondering right now, are the markets going to go higher? 250,000, I think, is going to be so doable. And that's also because of this. The whales are stacking. Wallets holding 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin are going vertical. This is where the market crashed last year. FTX collapsed, boom, bottom, move up. This is without whales stacking in. That's pretty phenomenal. And now whales don't stack in at tops. Look at this right here. This is a 7-month accumulation. And from this point, I mean, really right here this was a top when the whales kind of sold out here, but it wasn't really a top. It was just accumulation. And then from this point here where we found conviction in the market and it started actually before it started pushing higher, we started getting these upticks in whales. And from this point on, this is like probably right into the election. And then boom, look at this stacking in for what's to come. Markets look forward. We should look forward. Let's get out of the 15-minute charts and realize that this is a freaking architecture for bullishness for 2025 like we cannot even believe. We're going to run through a couple more, then we got some TA. And then what do we got? The Bitcoin rally has started. In fact, we've been involved with it since January of last year. But when we talk about it, we all know what's happening right now. Well, right now, we had a little bit of a drawdown here, and we have broken out of this. We've already eclipsed this. We're up, I mean, the price is moving. We're up here at the almost $105,000 range. And is it just the price breaking out of a trend line? No, it's also this massive momentum. I mean, look at this descending here on the MACD. And it makes sense now that the price kind of reset a little bit. It gave the indicators an opportunity to reset, to give us the signal that not only can we break higher, but now the data has been reset, the strength has been reset, the momentum has been reset as such that when we do break out, we've got a lot more leeway to continue to push higher. Now, again, does that mean it's up only from here? No, absolutely not. I think if you're looking at the 2-week chart over the next 7 months, probably will be up only. But that means every candle is 2 weeks. But the problem is all of us are in here looking at this on the 7-minute chart, and we're so worried on every move. We're like, God, oh my God. So, oh yes, yeah, oh my God. So, let's step away from that. Black Ice, member for 14 months. Zoom out, degens. This roller coaster is just getting primed. You are right. And so when we're looking at this, for instance, if we do 2, type in W, that means 2 weeks. Do you guys know that? You don't have to click these buttons. You can just click on the chart. Click on the chart, type it, put in a number 2. If you want minutes, it's already gonna be on minutes. If you want weeks, there's a 2, put a W, that's weeks. If you want months, type a 2 and then click M, 2 months, right? So over to the 2-week chart, zooming in here, see like right here, I mean, this wasn't even up only. This was up only with corrections, but this last leg, look at this, all up only on 2-week charts. But all of us are looking over here at the 15-minute candles going, what's happening? We've got the breakout, great. I do expect between now and let's say, between now and Sunday next week, so after this Monday inauguration with Trump coming in office, we're going to have to see how the executive orders roll out, how many of those crypto-focused executive orders roll out, what goes on with the SEC, how this is laid out over next week. Does it all happen on Monday? Does he do executive order on Monday, another one on Tuesday, another one on Wednesday? We'll have to see how it rolls out, but I do expect between now and Sunday next week, I expect we're going to have some very bullish movement. But I think there's also, with all this primed, super excited bullishness and hype in the market, this is also a very great opportunity. If this continues pushing up to here, great. At some point, we're going to have the bulls defend that area above $100,000 because we haven't had that yet. That's going to be the most bullish thing. This breakout isn't bullish because this can come straight back down. What we want to wait for, what we're waiting for, is to see the bullishness happen. Even if this continues, let me zoom this out a little bit. Even if this continues all the way up to 113 or even beyond, what we're most excited about right now is where does the correction come in and where do the bulls defend? Because that's going to tell us how bullish this market is. If this pushes all the way up here and comes all the way back down to $100,000, that's still bullish, but there's a lot of opportunity here for people to get wrecked. So just note that as we're moving forward. We got a couple more charts, so we're going to dive in to the price action here in just a moment. Then we got altcoins, similarly following that same cycle pattern that we've seen with Bitcoin, predominantly because it's following the liquidity and the risk on, risk off nature of Bitcoin itself. So here's the inauguration. We pushed up into this, but we had the biggest moves after this. See how this gets steeper. Back here, you can't see it. But look at this. This was truly the start of the run. And we're coming right into the inauguration right now. We had the administration voted in. We want to see them get in office. We're going to likely, arguably, we'll have the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve executive order or something mentioned very confirming of that in the day or the first days of him being in office. But the question is going to be, what executive orders or assertions or confirmations are made about things that are directly related to altcoins? Like, is there going to be that no capital gains tax on XRP and HBAR and Cardano and Algorand and Chainlink, those American-based crypto? Or is that something that is a talking point that maybe happens 6 or 8 months? Are all of the current litigation going on with the SEC, is all that terminated? These things are going to have a dramatic impact on what happens with the altcoin market and how bullish it can be. I think it's going to be bullish regardless, but I think that will set the markets on fire, and that, we need to be smart and safe right now and realize we should have been stacking up into this point so we could take advantage of it. And then we look at altcoins like this. Look, altcoins, the next month will be wild. We saw this, basically the point here where the price rejected at. This breakout point was the launch zone. Okay, here we go. Rejected at. Is this going to be the launch zone? Are we going to move from about a $1 trillion market cap for altcoins all the way up into the $4 to $5 trillion market cap just for altcoins, not including Bitcoin? Maybe, because when we look at this, we see Ethereum is prime. This is Ethereum to Bitcoin. When this really does, if this does bounce, this multi-year trend line that goes back to 2017, if this does bounce here and we start getting very positive movement on Ethereum against Bitcoin, again, this is a chart that is not looking at Ethereum price in dollars. This is Ethereum priced in Bitcoin. If this can find a bounce here and start moving, that will truly be the alt market will just be ripping, I think, if we do get that bounce. Now, will that happen? Well, here is Bitcoin compared to Ethereum. It could be argued that Ethereum is super undervalued right now compared to Bitcoin, because as you see, is it undervalued or is it just delayed? Because in previous cycles, these are overlaid on the same days, okay? So this shows you that Bitcoin made the move. Very shortly after, Ethereum followed suit on the way up. See, these crashed about the same time, but then followed suit on the way up. Look at this. Bitcoin made the move. The reason the blue line is shortly after is because it took a little bit of time for the confidence to come into Ethereum. Is it confidence? That's what some people would say. Or is it the risk on narrative comes into Bitcoin, and then as it starts pushing up, there's more liquidity that enters the system. Some of it's profit taking into Ethereum. Some of it's just risk on. Okay, it is going. Okay. Now send the money to the riskier assets. And then Ethereum runs. And then what happens is then you start seeing this sort of domino effect down the market caps. And the interesting thing about this cycle has been, though, that we're seeing these sub niches having their own cycles, like AI, like meme coins, right? Over this last year and a half. So it's going to be interesting to see what we're about to witness here in the next quarter into the second quarter of this year, especially where we're at in quarter three, quarter four, because I do think the narrative is a little different with how this capital's flowing and rotating. For instance, AI, I don't think it's going to wait to go from top caps, mid caps, micro caps. AI is such a speculatively bullish category, and how fast it's growing and how quickly it's being implemented, that it might just run before everything else, which we just saw in December. I do think there's going to be some more massive gains there, which is why I stacked in for you members. You saw it in the Discord. By the way, if you want to join that Discord, it's right here. I also shared it for the members here on YouTube on the membership section there on the channel. If you can't see directly below this video, when you're looking at this, if it doesn't say join right here, all you need to do, make sure you're subscribed. Once you're subscribed, it should say join. If you still don't see it, all you got to do, let me reload this page. All you got to do is see this right here where it says more, click more. And then right here, join, where is it at? Follow, join to become a member of the BitLab community. I'll actually share the link in the live chat. Boom. I'll share the link to you if you want to join, be a member with us. You get the emojis, you get access to the morning jumpstart TA sessions. You get some of the access to some of the things I do in the portfolio. Get in there, show some love. We got a lot of members, everybody with those beakers next to their name. The fuller the beaker is, the dark, if it's blue, they've been a member for a year or more. The younger you are a member, you have your beaker almost empty and it fills up over the month. So shout out to everybody that is a member. You guys keep us going here. So big love. Now let's continue on because we got some charts we got to break into. I do think this is a great indication that ETH is about to get its move. We got the move here. Boom, Bitcoin. Now there is some speculative focus that is somewhat taking the spotlight from the rest of the market on Bitcoin right now because of all the capital flows from the purchasing from ETFs and also from the fair value accounting. And also, I mean, this is just the topics, strategic Bitcoin reserve. Does that mean that the alts are still going to run because we still have the majority of people are retail? And the fact that Bitcoin is up here at, the 100,000 plus mark, most people don't realize, you have to realize this, we're in a bubble. The 99% of the world out there doesn't realize that you don't have to buy a Bitcoin. You can buy $5 worth of a Bitcoin, $10, $22. It doesn't matter. It's fractional up to 100,000, right? So with that being said, even though that's not the case, people don't realize it. People also feel like maybe this made its move, and they go and they get altcoins, and also for other reasons, that tech focused people, so on and so forth. But this is indicative of me that if Ethereum is only right here at this 444%, Bitcoin's up here at the 1000%. This has some ways to catch up. I think we're going to see some explosive moves here. And then we talk about Link, my other favorite coin, which is why it's my largest altcoin holding. And it's because of this. The Coinbase 50 index, all of these tokens, the Made in the USA index, all of the tokens that are within this right here. And then you got the Grayscale Trust, very, very highly thought of in the coins that they have in that. And then you have the ENA, Athena. And what is the one coin out of all of these that's in all of these very high profile indexes, lists, and categories? Link. And it also integrates with all these, and it's also integrating with the Web 2 financial world, and also Swift, the largest payments provider, not payments, financial transactions network, and DTCC and UBS, and I mean the list goes on and on and on and on. I think Link is probably the most underpriced crypto in the market, especially for what it's doing. So considering that, we got to get in some TA here. We do see this this lawsuit today with Pump.Fun. I don't really care to get into this. I did a whole spaces on it earlier on Mario Nawfal. If you'd like to read this, I'll share the link for you in the live chat. It's this person picks on chain. You can go and read this. I think this is just noise. But then we see, coming back to it, let's get into the TA because we're seeing it heat up. Look at this. This is the flows of capital going in, basically buying ETF or selling. We had a little dip here. It scared everybody. And look at this, shot right back up just ahead of the weekend. And remember, I do expect some chop this weekend. We may even push higher this weekend, but then we'll have a CME futures gap below us that we may come back and fill. So any bullishness that happens over between now and Sunday next week, I'd be watching. I'm not saying don't get involved. I'm saying I'd be watching for a pullback and where that pullback reverses to continue up. Because I do think the dominant trend this from here forward is going to be to the upside. Watch for a scary washout if it happens because there's so much bullishness. But I think any of those moves are going to be fake outs more, bear traps more than anything. When we look at this, let's get over to the 12. Let's get to the 12 hour. Even on the 12 hour, look at this. Just nice move up. The falling channel that we had outlined on here found support. Boom. Found resistance right at this level. Came down. A little bit of a bull flag. Boom. And it's made a beautiful move. And so money flow flipping positive. Let's get to the 4 hour. Money flow flipping positive. Look at that also right here. Right as we crossed through this zone that we had marked out. We shared it in the Discord as well. I've been sharing it here on the channel. We cleared this previous range high. So now we have this giant W formation that we've broken the neckline of. Great. This is the next target we're really concerned with, the previous all-time high that happened December 17th. And that is 108,000, about 108.3. Now, if we get rejected there, again, it's not the end of the world. A rejection here would just mean we have the opportunity to defend the price above $100,000. If we're able to push up through this, push up through, we want to watch for when we do get a retrace, because we will, especially if you're looking at a 4 hour chart, where do the bulls defend? And most importantly, everybody's wondering what the hell's going on with altcoins. Well, altcoins are good. They're positioned well. Look at this on the money flow. It is rounded like this. We had this sort of catalyst right here with the momentum wave flipped with the triangle here, showing us that there was going to be, this likely move. And then we see on the BitLab trading stack, beautiful, showed us the bullish setup here. We had the stopping volume. So we had a high selling volume here, stopping volume here. This is right on a trend line. And the momentum wave gave us a signal just after that. And on that candle, boom, right here. Look at that, option V. Right. Yeah. Right there. This is also right when the price action right here on others broke through the weekly VWAP, which is this yellow line that is tracked. That's my my favorite signal within the BitLab trading stack is that yellow line, because when the price action is getting resistance at it, the players in the market, the sentiment of the market is not believing this is going to go bullish. So you break below it. Okay, break below it. We came right into it. We're not done yet. Launched to the downside. Now, we got some bullish signals right here. Bullish signal right on this stopping volume candle. We had the momentum wave flip. Well, right here is where I'd start really getting bullish. This is a leading signal, supporting signal. Now we break through the weekly VWAP, but we're still under this trend signal line. So it's not until we break above this. And even here, I'd still be a little dubious because of negative money flow. In this case, I would be waiting for this to come back down, find support, and flip this, which it did, and it still found support above the trend signal line and the weekly VWAP. And then in this case, now we're really seeing the bullishness really open up because we have the money flow flipping positive for the altcoin market. Remember, this is an index chart, the others index chart, which is looking at all those coins outside the top 10. I do think we're coming into that moment where once this gets truly above this zone right here, basically 393, it's called $400 billion. This is where I start to see the alts really, really ripping. When we get above this, find some support, come up, boom, boom. It's going to be doing some work, but that's what we're waiting on, because we see coins, we see other things, even things that have been sleeping, like Litecoin, waking up. And look at this, $3 chart, three-day chart. And that is not a small move. That is a 55% move on one of the most substantiated crypto out there. It's been around forever. And it's not a shiny new thing. So a lot of us don't pay attention to it, but it was just acknowledged that now there's some efforts being put towards potential ETF with Litecoin. And in addition to all that, we have this bull flag here. What does that measurement look like on the bull flag? It's a very ugly bull flag, but that would suggest a target up here, right at the golden pocket of the macro move. So if that, even from where we're at now is still, that's 100%, about 100% move up from where we're at. Again, that's not going to be straight up. Again, this is a 3-day chart. So what does it look like on the 4-hour chart? Well, it broke out. I mean, look at these signals. Perfect. Right into basically an M formation, broke back down. It cannot, once it's breaking above the weekly VWAP here on the BitLab trading stack, it's not finding support. So it's weak. But then look, find support, breaks down. And this is a canary in the coal mine here. Look at this. We have bullish divergences, two more bullish divergences. So this is a manipulation. Fake out to the downside because there's all this bullishness that's being pent up here. But then immediately, bullish signal here, pushes up. What does it do? Find support on the weekly VWAP. Look at that on the 4-hour, right at the same point. Look at this, right at the same point. Boom, on that candle. Right where we are finding the triangle down here on the momentum wave, showing that the momentum is swinging back in favor of upward movement. On the support of the weekly VWAP, following the bullish signal. Now look at that, push up further, have some bullish divergences, find support right here on the trading trade signal line, and just completely slice right through this descending resistance. This is looking great. I expect with this, it's hard to say, if we do get a bit of a pullback here, I'd be looking in this zone right here, option J. Why? Because we have this top and this top here. We could do 2 lines. I'm just trying to be very quick here. But this would be an excellent area. If Litecoin does have a little bit of a pullback into this zone, would be a great opportunity for a potential move. Because we do have a trend shift right here on the BitLab trading stack. Again, guys, that link, you'll always be able to get it, but that link is giving you the opportunity to buy the BitLab trading stack at like huge discounts. That link is going away today because we're well above $100,000. And remember, that link was good. So you can lock that deal in, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Then we got XRP also. Look at this massive move. Before the move, look, reversal. 5 bullish divergences there. 4 more bullish divergences telling you it's trying to move. Boom, launched. And here we are, had the bull flag with a breakout, and we came right into, I think that's 1.786 right there. The next target, regardless of what happens here, even if we get a little bit of a sell-off, oh my God, it's over. No, this would actually be healthy for this to come down, test somewhere in this basically $2.93 range, maybe $3 range, and then make that the continuation of the move up here into that $4.50 range, which is the next, I can't believe it, it's the next target, real target on XRP. Solana also making some moves. We talked about this. This moved up. It hasn't gotten any sort of retrace yet, but we're coming up to test this neckline. If this doesn't just slice through, if this slices right through, I expect at some point the retrace down. But as it stands right now, the money flow here on the BitLab trading stack down here on the bottom. Remember, there's 3 components. You have the BitLab volume, which gives you the volume profile, and these order blocks. It shows you the liquidity, resistance, and support zones. The BitLab trend fuel down here, which shows you the money flow, the momentum waves, the RSI and stochastics. And you could, by the way, you can customize these. You can turn certain things on and off if you just want to see momentum waves or money flow, so on and so forth. And then you got the dashboard here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signals. It gives you a quick look of all the signals you're seeing here. Are they in a bullish setup, neutral setup, or bearish setup? This is leaning more bullish. You see just by looking at it without even looking at this. You see the stochastics rounding out down here, looking like they're bottoming. You see the money flow flipping positive. You see the VWAP coming down, rounding, looking like it's trying to make that next move. It looks like it's trying to set up for the move to break out of this. But we have this trend line here, as well as the order block here on the BitLab trading stack here, the volume, where this red block, that just shows that there's a lot of liquidity defending this zone. So if we're able to slice right through this, I'm expecting it as support at some point. If we get rejected here, not the end of the world. We're looking to the order block directly below us right here. Cardano. Also, everything's sitting on the precipice of greatness. Everything's sitting on the precipice. It's trying to make that move right now. Look at this. If this can slice through, I'm looking to the next level up here about $1.20. The next level up here is going to be about the $1.26. We got Tau. Tau's trying to make the move. Let's see. Tau's trying to make the move. The next target up here, I'd be looking right here, which is about 510. Again, I think AI is going to be such a strong narrative. Let's actually show. I'll show it because it's Friday. How many gifted memberships did we get? Let's see. Are we doing a giveaway today? We got 5, 10, only 10. All right, we said 20. So let's see. The two that I added to yesterday, I'm feeling degen as hell. So I added about over $4,000 worth of where is it? Sharp AI. And that's because Sharp AI, SAI, it's not what I'm trying to look for. Sharp AI, I looked into it. They were in the business startup incubators with Microsoft and Google. They got grants from Microsoft and Google. They're affiliated in some ways with IBM. A lot of the VC money that was a part of BitTensor is tied in with Sharp AI, and also is a project that came out of BitTensor. Because remember, BitTensor is an AI marketplace ecosystem. Like, say you need an AI built. You say, hey, I need this built, and people compete to build that for you. So you can post a request, you can be a developer, all that. Tau is the currency within that to do all those jobs. It's an AI deployment ecosystem. And Sharp AI is one of those that came out, and it's tied with Google and Microsoft and IBM. And it's got a $12 million market cap. I shared this with you guys, especially those of you that are members. I shared this with you all 3 or 4 days ago when it was 9 million. So it's already up, somewhat significantly from that. And I mean, it's a new chain. So if this small of a market cap, guys, I was like, you know what? I'm going to double down on that AI narrative. I picked it up and it's looking good. I mean, there's not a lot to look at because it's not an old coin, but I mean, guys, this is where we got in. And it's starting to make the move, busting into all-time highs, and such a small fractional market cap compared to these other coins. The other one I decided, I was like, you know what? Mindshare is everything and where interest lies, and AIXBT has been crushing it. So I picked up about $4,400 worth of AIXBT yesterday. Let's see, we'll pull it up. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on, internet. Shit. All right, whatever. I was going to show you. But yeah, I mean, still newer coin. And this is about a $600-700 million market cap. But the fact that this agent, and they're going to have, it's not just the agent on Twitter, they're having like data availability and dashboards and shit like that, where if you hold a certain number of their tokens, it's more than either one of us are going to hold. But if you hold, you get this AI data aggregator later that you can basically query and talk with. The AI agent that they have, AIXBT on Twitter, it launched in like November and it's already got like 200, 300,000 followers. It's probably going to be over 1 million followers by summer. Like, so considering the market, the mind share and what they're building out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get an allocation of that because this is new, but it's up. Okay. Well, that's sometimes you got to take that gamble. I think I got in probably about, I think it's like 812, right? We put a marker on here, 812, but it's down since I bought it. Okay. Who gives a shit? It's a longer term view we're looking at on this. If this drops further, I'll buy more. But guys, near protocol, I mean, when these things break out of these sideways ranges, it's going to be phenomenal. AAVE, look at this, coming right into a zone. Boom, right into a zone. Once this clears out, the next target we're looking at is 357. Probably some chop in here, but then, I mean, when these markets get going and we are on the cusp of greatness, $250,000, I think is very doable. Even if we only hit 180, do you imagine what that means for what's happening with liquidity coming in this market? The point is, we don't need to be fixated on the exact targets of where price is going in this cycle. We need to be aware that the opportunity is here. Part of this opportunity is going to be required that we are patient and we make smart, calculated moves. And so with that, I do want to just say shout out to every single one of you that's tuned in, every member, every viewer, everybody that's here. Take advantage of this deal while it's still there. lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Again, I will share it with you. Where is that? I did not do it today. I'm going to type the link there, https://lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Take advantage of that while you can. And if not, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and that way it will also show you. You can click join just for I think it's $1.25 a week, and you get access to those member streams that we're doing in the morning. It's periodically we do like question and answer stuff as well, but these jump starts in the morning and updates with get in there, get activated, because now's the time. We need every edge that we can get. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you. It is Friday, January 17th. We have a new president coming in Monday. I do want to shout out. I need to tell you, Mondays, we're switching to the rest of the week, 11:30 to 12:15. On Mondays, I'm going to be doing the stream at 12:30 to 1:30. Blockchain Basement's going to be going after Discover Crypto. I'll be going right after them. So blockchain will redirect to me, but on Mondays, 12:30 to 1:30, I'll be doing basically alpha hour stream. It's going to be me, Kevin Svensson, and Matthew Hyland. If you don't know who they are, you haven't been watching us long, and you also are not very ingrained in the crypto ecosystem, but it's just Matthew Hyland, friend of mine, also incredible chart analyst, and just, I mean, he's on it. Massive account and a wonderful person. And the other person's Kevin Svensson. Me, Kevin Svensson, and Matthew Hyland will be Mondays at 12:30 to 1:30 here on the BitLab stream here on YouTube and on Twitter. So make sure you're following them as well. But so remember, 12:30 on Monday. If you're like, where am I at 11:30? It's Blockchain Basement at 11:30 on Mondays. And then the rest of the week, it's the same time as we're doing now. But that's all I got, everybody. Let's head over to Blockchain Basement. Let's go drop some business on everybody there. Just say some loving things. BitLab is here. Let's get it. Okay, they're all set. That's all I got. Adios, everybody. Thank you for the super chats and for the memberships and for everybody that's here. We're about to embark on the best journey of our life in terms of what's coming from everything we've been doing. I love you guys. That's all I got. Adios. Use that link. This deal is going away. You can lock it in, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Lock it in today. Use it. You get 15 days free on the Discord and another 35% off for the life of your account. And on the next page, you're able, as soon as you do that, you have an opportunity to upgrade 120 lessons, on-chain data, candles, candle patterns, technical analysis, trading strategies, all of that. We have that. Got the Discord. We have the BitLab indicators. Take advantage of that deal. Lock in those lower prices. I've been telling you all for months, once we're above $100,000, that deal is going away. You can still sign up. It just costs you more. I don't want you guys to take advantage of this while you can. I love you guys. Adios.